Hi Aquarius, welcome to Universal Guidance. It's time for your weekly reading. I have shuffled these cards very well. I'm going to shuffle them a few more times. This is going to be a two-part reading. The overall energy of this reading will be in the middle of the first part of the reading. Okay, let's get started. Let's find out what Aquarius can expect. There you are, right in the center of your own reading. Wow, you're doing a lot of healing, becoming who you are, who you're meant to be. That's awesome. Okay. Aquarius, there you are, the star. This is your card. But more importantly, well, it's pretty important that you're in the center of your own reading. But this is a really spiritual healing card. This is about looking into that pool of water, having your reflection bounce back at you, and remembering, like who you are, who you're meant to be, the things that make you happy, the things, just remembering everything that you, it's like to your whole being, you are healing spiritually right down to your soul, okay? The star, very, very spiritual, Aquarius. So, this is surrounding your whole reading. There could be a lot more to this, I feel like. I feel like the stars are really important in this reading. Um, it's almost like you're having an awakening of sorts. But let me read the rest of this reading and let's find out. Up here in your highest energy, the Eight of Pentacles. You have been putting a lot of work into yourself. You've been focusing on you, your stability, your security, your groundedness. You've had your nose to the grindstone, and it's all about your healing. These two cards often go together, and they do. So you are in control of your healing. You are almost, it feels like you are purposely um, it's like you feel it, you know it's happening, and you're going with it. So you feel the urge to heal, you feel the urge to change. There's changes going on, and you're building on your own self. Can you understand what I'm trying to say? It's right next to the Queen of Cups. So the Queen of Cups, you have confusion. You had confusion. You have questions about love. So, male or female, this is water energy, be Pisces, Scorpio, or Cancer. Might be strong in your chart, might be strong in somebody else's chart around this reading. But this is about trying to get your answers, looking into that cup. It's the only cup in the deck that has a lid on it. There's little windows all around that lid. And inside that cup are answers to love questions. So, you're focusing on yourself. It's like you're putting all your energy into you. Even if you're going to work every day, everything that you're doing right now is for you and your better and your health and your spiritual self. You have questions about love here. And then we have the Empress right next to the Queen of Cups. The Empress is one of the cards in the deck for Libra. The Libra might be strong in your chart, might be around this reading someplace. But the Empress is a beautiful energy, loving, kind, considerate, thoughtful. I mean, just all these good things, all these good qualities. This being in your highest energy, I feel like the universe is, and this is part of your healing. I think you're realizing all your gifts. You have a lot of gifts to share. You can't, it's next to the Queen of Cups, so you are confused about love. With the Empress being next to the Queen of Cups, you can't accept anybody into your life as a partner unless they have a lot of these same qualities. It just won't work because you are, you're compassionate, you're sensitive. There are things that if they don't have a lot of these qualities, it just can't work. So you have to see eye to eye on a lot of those. If you're a parent, you're an excellent parent. You're very loving. You're very thoughtful and considerate of the child, if you are a parent. Sometimes this can signify a pregnancy, but usually it's all about the personality, the personalities that we're talking about here. Under the Eight of Pentacles, there's that pentacle, really focusing on your own security, your stability and groundedness. You're coming onto your own. It's like, I think you're having an awakening, like I said before, to who you are and what you need and what you want from life, and you know what you want to do with your life in this world. On the other side of the Star card is the Four of Swords. It's right under the Empress. You have, like I said, you're spending a lot of time alone. Alone, 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 alone. You're spending a lot of time alone. You're healing. You are reaching out to the universe. You are meditating. You're praying. It's a very spiritual card. Look at the stained glass windows. These are quiet times. And it's where you're giving yourself a lot of deep thought about who you are and where you want to go in life. Right under the Queen of Pentacles is the Chariot. This is the card for Cancer. Cancer might be strong in your chart, might be strong in somebody else's chart. Cancer is a water sign. But more importantly, the Chariot is about moving forward, and moving forward pretty swiftly here. It's like you have this awakening, and you've been working on it for some time, it feels like. So you are going to move forward, okay? You're going to take everything that you realize about you, and you're going to move forward. I have the Eight of Swords right under the Star card, right next to the Chariot. So you're moving forward from this feeling of being kind of like trapped into a place in your life that you didn't think you could get yourself out of, or like you didn't. You wanted to break free. You needed to break free, okay? This is a card of illusion because the feet aren't bound. The mouth isn't bound. You can ask for help. You can walk right out. Well, in all this healing process, you found how to do that because you're going to move right forward from that card. And then we have the Ace of Cups. And this is under the Four of Swords. And this is next to the Eight of Swords. Love. You know, you had questions about love. Well, I think what you figured out here is love thyself. If the more you love yourself, the more love that you will attract to you. Okay? So I think you figured that one out, and that's why you're working on yourself and you're focusing on yourself, and you know what you want, and you want the security and stability, and you are becoming very powerful with your own being. And what's going to happen here is you're going to attract a lot of love. I need more cards for this reading for Aquarius, please. One more. All right, here we go. That one came out. This is your card. Okay. So we have the Moon card here. This is about night turning to day. Secrets revealed, things being exposed for what they are. This is all part of your healing process. You're realizing things that have been right out in front of you, and they're coming to light. And you're seeing them in a whole different light. This is the card for Pisces. So Pisces be in your chart, maybe strong in somebody else's chart. Queen of Cups, water energy, Pisces, water energy, Cancer. And then we have the King of Wands here. The King of Wands, new beginnings. This is male or female energy, fire energy, Sagittarius, Leo, Aries. Might be strong in your chart, might be around this reading. But male or female, this King of Wands, they hold that staff of new beginnings. See, you're ready to move forward. You're holding the staff of new beginnings, and you're moving right into a new life cycle. Here's the World card. This is lovely. I feel like, I really do feel like for most of you in this reading, this is about a spiritual awakening. And it's changing your whole life. It's a process that you've gone through. And you are entering a whole new life cycle because of it. You hold this staff of new beginnings and also a staff of passion. So I feel like that you're going to be very passionate about your new life cycle. Under the Moon card is the Nine of Wands. This is something you've prayed over. This is something you've meditated over. This is something that was exposed. It's like you got the clarity that you needed. You were at your wit's end. And it's all because of this tower moment. So there was some kind of tower moment that happened in your life that got you started on this quest, so to speak, of this spiritual awakening that you've been going through. So you had to reach a breaking point here. That's what these two cards are talking about. Some sort of breaking point in your life, which is changing the whole way you look at things. You're evolving into a very compassionate and passionate person. You're realizing all these beautiful qualities that you have. You're realizing that you are grounded. You are secure and stable in yourself. You don't need anybody's help for that. It's also this Tower card here, and under the World card is the Justice card. This is the card for Libra. So we have two cards that represent Libra here in this reading. The Justice card is about getting balanced. See those scales? So you're becoming a very balanced person. You've got your sword up, you're in self-protection mode, and you know exactly what you have to do. And what you want to do is protect the balance that you're finding by this awakening of sorts that you're having. You're going to protect that balance. You're going to be looking out for yourself. Your sword is up, and you're moving into this new life cycle here with this energy. And you're keeping this, it's like keeping this energy here at bay. And then under this Nine of Wands, and next to this Ace of Cups, is a card it's a soulmate card. This is there's somebody here that you might have known since you were children or in high school or junior high or something. They are a soulmate. There's love here. This might be what put you at your wit's end, is this soulmate, because it's right under the Nine of Wands. And it's really close to this Ace of Cups. You might be realizing love here for some reason with this soulmate once you become balanced. So you have to get balanced. You have a lot of love questions, remember, looking into that cup. And it has something to do with a soulmate. You don't have to be with a soulmate. We all have these soulmates. But this one I feel like is so close to this Ace of Cups, you really do have feelings for. And I'm not clear on what happened with this soulmate, but it did put you on this path here of a spiritual awakening of sorts, of learning so much about yourself and who you want and what you want to be and what you need in life and what you don't need in life. The soulmate card is right next to the Ten of Swords. So yeah. I believe that something came along that hurt you with this soulmate. I don't know what it has to do with love, whatever it is. It hurt you, but this is the end. So this pain is going to cycle out. It's right under the Tower card. You had a Tower moment with this soulmate. So this pain is going to cycle out. This is all part of your healing process. You have two cards of healing right side by side here. And then what you end up with here is the King of Cups right under the Justice card. So you're not only getting balanced, and you're going to protect that balance that you discover, that you find within yourself. This is water energy, Pisces, Scorpio, or Cancer. Like I said, might be heavy in your chart someplace. But I feel like you go from all this confusion at the Queen of Cups and trying to get answers to finding your answers. And the answers are all within you. You have all the answers. I think you discovered that you actually have a big cup of love, male or female. And I think it's this Ace of Cups. And so it's like you have a proud moment when you realize you do have love. You have lots of love that you can share with somebody. And I think this is the whole process that you're going through in the month of March, somewhere around the month of March. This is a spiritual awakening for you. It has something to do with the Tower moment with the soulmate. You have learned this is all supposed to happen for you Thank goodness it is happening now, because it's a good thing to get behind you so you can move forward. So you're going to find out, and you're confused whether or not maybe even that you have the capabilities of loving, that you do because you have a giant cup of love. Aquarius, this was your reading, and I thank you for watching Universal.